Nancy Pelosi and her media operatives try to trick the American people into believing that House Republicans did not vote for a baby formula shortage bill. Here's what really happened. My name is Moshe Hill, and this is A Hill with a View. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to get more content as we keep this train rolling. So the House passed two bills related to the baby formula shortage that's been going on, neither of which are really designed to accomplish anything, but one of which was designed to make Republicans look bad ahead of the midterm elections. It's a purely political move that media operatives that work with Nancy Pelosi are happy to help her out with. So after the passage of both these bills, Nancy Pelosi decided to tweet out about only one of them. She tweeted, quote, "The baby formula shortage is about hungry children and anguished moms. That's why Democrats acted to deliver formula safely and swiftly to families. And yet, after days of scapegoating when they had a chance to help, 192 House Republicans said no. This is who they are. -NP. Now she signed it NP so everyone knows that these were her words and not some social media intern in her office. So let's put aside the irony that Nancy Pelosi actually cares about children and moms after spending 2 weeks trying to get children aborted and kill as many children as she possibly can, allowing for abortion on demand for any reason, whatever. Let's take a look at the bill she's talking about, because the one that 192 House Republicans voted against. The bill is House Resolution 7790, and what it does is it gives $23 million to the Food and Drug Administration for salaries and expense. Can anyone tell me why the FDA needs $23 million? What are they going to do with this money? How is an additional penny of funding going to help with the baby formula shortage? For context, the FDA for fiscal year 2022 had $6.2 billion in funding. Billion with a B. Now, billions and millions may just be words that are thrown around Congress and have no actual meaning, but in the real world, they do. And considering that Congress has spent more money in the last 2 years than ever created before, I think that we should scrutinize what they're doing just a little bit. Maybe just a little bit. That would be very useful, because the money they're spending caused a massive inflation crisis that we're dealing with today. The media doesn't agree. The media doesn't think we should scrutinize this money at all. So Vanity Fair had a headline of 192 Republicans decide they'd like formula-seeking parents to keep suffering. Washington Post, Democracy Dies in Darkness, headlined, nearly 200 Republicans vote against bill to ease baby formula shortage. Why go for accuracy, when you could just go for sensationalism? You just round it up to 200. It wasn't 200, it was 192, and there was a reason they did it, but there's no point of talking about that. Let's just round it up to 200. So, first of all, if this was the exact opposite, and the Democrats did something that the Republicans voted for and the Democrats voted against, and the Republicans then used that to bash the Democrats, all the headlines would be, Republicans pounce on Democrats' vote against their crazy bill. That's what it would be. We all know that. That's how it works. So what they won't tell you, though, is that another bill passed yesterday with massive bipartisan support in both the House and unanimous consent in the Senate, and that was House Resolution 7791, which declared the emergency, put a time frame on Health and Human Services to address it. It passed 414 to 9 in the House. So this bill doesn't really do anything either. It's just one of those things that the House does and says, Health and Human Services, you have to do this. You have to do something within the next 30 days or 60 days. These things don't actually mean anything or do anything. It's just the House, basically being a blowfish and puffing itself up and saying, look, we're doing something. And most people just vote for it and take it back to their constituents and send out mailers saying, look, we did something, except for the 9 that said, no, we're not going to go along with this political game that doesn't actually do anything. So obviously they're being hit by the media and saying, oh no, these 9 don't want to do anything. They hate babies. They hate formula, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty much how it goes. But they're not playing the game. So we're all used to being lied to by now. It's no surprise that the every crisis is an opportunity Democratic Party has decided to use the starving children of the country to bash Republicans, maybe gain a 1/10 of a point in the general congressional ballot polling. But that doesn't really give us an excuse to be ignorant of the truth. So now you know a little bit better. Thanks for watching. I'm Moshe Hill, and this is A Hill with a View.